everyone, welcome to Shimmer Girl Talks. Today's topic is, I mostly see it on TikTok, I guess, but I think more people are reacting to it on YouTube, and that is black fatigue. And I think that this is a very interesting topic to discuss. Now, I have had black fatigue at least 30 or so years when I first moved to a predominantly black community. And this is not going to be politically correct. It's not going to tickle y'all's ears, but let me just get into it. So I grew up in a predominantly white town that I would consider being racist. This was back in the 70s and 80s. And before I get into my topic, one thing that I found back then and even now, to a certain degree with white people, when you have to stand up to them because, they're coming at you first, they'll usually back down. Or, they'll maybe take whatever it is that they're saying about you behind your back, but they're not going to be upfront and in your face about it. Whereas black people, if you have to stand up to them, now it's on and popping. And they'll bring their posse in to help take you down, so to speak. So one of the things that I noticed moving from a predominantly white community to a predominantly black community, obviously this is anecdotal, but somebody actually mentioned it in another video. I think Anton Daniels did a reaction to this person, and I said something back to a commenter, and I'll get to that. One of the things that I noticed in black communities that I did not see in white communities is, let's say a car is coming towards you and one is going away from you. They decide to stop in the middle of the road to have a conversation while you're behind them. And if you dare honk your horn, you're going to get, don't you see us talking? Even though they're the ones who are blocking the traffic. Another thing that I've noticed with our community is walking down the middle of the street, and again, you honk your horn, they're either not moving or they're going to begrudgingly move. One reason why our community is not going to hear what people are saying in regards to black fatigue is because ratchet and ghetto behavior has been normalized to the point that it's become a default for the black community. And what I'm seeing in the TikTok videos, the reactions to black fatigue, they're saying, oh no, it's ghetto fatigue. It's not black people doing this, it's ghetto fatigue. Unfortunately, black people and ghetto people are intertwined. And my opinion is not enough black people are standing up to the ghetto behavior. And I'm going to tack this one on. Y'all saw the video footage of the college students acting plumb crazy. In my opinion, what should be a professional setting. And the amount of people that's cheering them on, they're celebrating, let them live. For us as a community, we don't understand the concept of there's a time and place. Nobody is begrudging these young people of celebrating. What people are calling out is the inappropriate way of celebrating in what should be a somber, you could be happy and, yay for me type thing, and get your butt across the stage and then go to an after party and celebrate. Another thing that people are tired of is I know, for me, a lot of people that look like me like to start stuff and then they want to finish it too. You start something with me, I stand up to you. Now it's, oh no, you didn't. No, you finna whatever now. One of the main things I think people are so tired about our community is First of all, we're not self-aware. We are not self-aware at all. We see all kinds of things happening in the media, and I know that the media is very biased and they show what, show people what they want to show people. But if you've lived in a predominantly Black community, as I said, a lot of Black people are not going to see, some of the things that I'm saying, and other people who are tired of Black people in general, they're not going to see it because it's been normalized in our community. Another example of Black fatigue is our community's failure at controlling our children. You see it in the malls. I heard that there was a McDonald's, I can't remember what city, where they had to put a curfew on. You can't be under the age of 21. Chicago's another one where children that look like me are out of control, and people are tired of Black leaders not coming forward to curtail this. And a point that I wanted to make is, and I've mentioned it in a previous video, there's going to come a time when men of other races are going to start stepping up to put a stop to the foolishness that happens in our community. Not only are we not going to like it, but those men are not going to do it out of love. They're going to do it out of frustration. The Black leaders of the Black community should be the ones coming forward to say, you know what, we got to get a handle on what's going on in our community. But instead, so many want to have this, woe is me, I'm a victim, the white man is doing me bad, done me bad. My ancestor from 400 years ago, who I'll never see on this side of earth anyway, I'm still down in the dumps about that. You can't help anybody from 400 years ago. What happened to them was horrific and beyond words. But you still have to live in the present and look towards the future. Not enough of us are trying to look towards the future. Too many of us are looking in the past. And we're not holding each other accountable. The Black leaders are not holding the Black community accountable. And so that's another example of Black fatigue, because everybody else can see what needs to be done except for us. And the ones of us who see what needs to be done, we're in the minority. So about that commenter that was in the Anton Daniels reaction video, he said, well, white people do it too. Talking about, just standing in the middle of the street and having a conversation, while holding up traffic. And so I said to him, I said, in the 20 plus years that I've lived in a predominantly white community, I have never seen that. Not only have I never seen it, if it is a white person and white people in the middle of the street talking, they look, they see you coming, and they move to the side. No harm, no foul. As I said, with people that look like me, they're going to look at you and dare you to honk your horn, dare you to say something, and tell me I'm lying. It's too many people that have this particular story about people that look like us. Another thing that people are tired of, we are a $1 trillion a year entity within the United States. We are some of the richest Black people in the world. Yet we still get on platforms and do this woe is me stick or whatever. And does that mean racism doesn't exist? That's not what I'm saying. I have been called the N-word. I have dealt with racism. But at some point, we need to, okay, racism exists, but you know what? I'm about to rise above it. I'm going to make the best of my life. I'm going to make choices that's going to benefit myself and my family, and we're going to move on. It's too much. a lot of what's happening in our community is a sense of entitlement because of something that our ancestors went through, sadly enough, 400 years ago. And I know as recent as 100 years ago with Black Wall Street and stuff. I know this triggers Black people. Forgiving does not mean forgetting. What a lot of us don't seem to understand is being forever locked in unforgiveness keeps you stagnant. You can't move forward if you're forever looking in the past, forever looking behind you. And honestly, I have really no hope for our future as a collective because there's too many people in our community who are stuck in woe is me. They can't move beyond that. So I just wanted to discuss that Black fatigue narrative that's going on right now. Again, unfortunately, ghetto and ratchet and black people who would never be like ratchets and ghetto people, we get lumped together. We're all viewed as the same no matter what. And as I said, not enough of us call it out. Not enough of us call it out. And when we do call it out, you want your butter biscuits, you are Uncle Tom, you are COON, every name that they can think of. Notice how Black folk don't have names for the Pookies and the Ray Rays who go out there terrorizing the communities. They don't have names for them, but they have names for us, people like us. That's why I have no hope for our community, because too many people will ignore the real problems in our community and attack the ones of us. No, I'm not a victim. Have I been a victim of racism? Yes. Am I going to let it destroy me? No. Have I had more issues with people that look like me? Yes. So that was my topic for today. Tell me what you think about this narrative going around about Black fatigue, and I'll talk to you later.